What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys something I've been saying for a long time. So, YouTube moderator, like the person who keeps flagging my videos and suppressing my videos. Well, I'm gonna hurt your guys' feelings, but your little buddy Biden and his administration is literally allowing kids, migrant children, to come here unaccompanied, and they're being sold into slavery, all types of slavery, and it's happening here in our country. And you can go ahead and block this video. I'm gonna put it up on Rumble too. So YouTube, stop censoring free speech. Stop it. So we're gonna get into this. Senator Howley, he gets into this, and I love this guy. We need more like him. So this is gonna be quite interesting. So YouTube moderator, get ready for your feelings to get hurt.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm glad we're having this hearing.
Alejandro Mayorkas is an asshole.
Here. I want to visit with you in just a second, but I just want to reiterate something that I heard the chairman say that I agree with, which is that there really ought to be government witnesses sitting there. And I tell you what I'm tired of. I've had Secretary Mayorkas sit in front of me in a different committee, the Homeland Security Committee, where I asked him at length about the outrage of 250,000 migrant children
250,000
crossing the border in the last 2 years, and tens of thousands of them being sold into slavery. Let's not mince words. They've been sold into slavery.
Yep.
When kids are being put into factories, forced to work.
So if the left is so for people's rights and, human rights and all this other kind of stuff, why is it they're allowing this to happen? I mean, I get why the Democrats are doing it, because, free labor. Do remember the Democratic Party was the slave party, and once again, they're doing it all over again. And also, did everyone forget that China literally has slave labor? Look at Nike. They use China big time for sweatshops. Look at what China does to anyone that they arrest. They throw them in prison camps, and they never get out. And those people are free labor, slaves. Period. If the Democrats, the leftists, and all these people who say that they care about people's rights and human rights and they don't like slavery, they don't like this, they don't like that, then why is it they're not saying anything? Why have they not sanctioned China? Why is it China's their best friend, right? But hey, yeah, and 250 plus thousand. I did a video on 80,000 plus kids going missing. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the ones that have been sold into slavery, and it's slavery of all types, I would say it's upward around 100 to 150 or more, or higher than 250,000 that are being sold into slavery. Not only that, they've been finding bodies, chopped up bodies of people all over the place in Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and California. All places where the cartels and coyotes and all of them are at. Come on, guys.
Overnight, forced to work in terrible conditions. They're not getting paid. They're not going to school. Sometimes they're not getting fed. That's slavery.
Yep.
And what I heard from Secretary Mayorkas, don't take my word for it. Go look at the record. Read the transcript. What he told me was, it's not my problem.
Not my problem. Yes, it is.
Now we have a new report from HHS where they say it's not their problem.
Oh, really?
Amazing how this works. Nobody's responsible. These kids are literally being sold as slaves in the United States of America in the year 2023, and nobody's responsible. They don't want to come and testify to this.
Biden?
Committee. You bet they don't. They don't want to be
Mayorkas?
They don't want to answer
anyone who's allowing this to happen, who's not stopping
it. They don't want to take any responsibility. Well, I tell you, it's somebody's fault. It's not the kids' fault.
Nope, they're children.
Thank God for the New York Times. Phrase I never thought would come out of my mouth. But really, thank the Lord that the New York Times did these series of reports, because otherwise we'd still be fed the lies from this administration that everything is fine and dandy. We know just where the
Watch
kids
YouTube,
are.
Josh Howley. There's plenty of us on YouTube are being censored. That needs to be fixed.
That people like
YouTube needs to stop censoring people.
15 years old. I apologize to her if I mispronounced her name.
Hey, YouTube, if you care so much, why are you censoring people? Could it because you're being paid by George Soros and Son, and you're making some buku bucks off of them by censoring a certain group of people and allowing other groups of people to sit there and spew their bullshit? Could that be it? Huh. I mean, YouTube, I'm gonna keep posting stuff and I'm gonna keep talking trash until y'all actually get your head out your ass and actually do the right thing, which is stop censoring voices. I mean, hey, not allowing violence, I get that, but yet you allow jihadi people to sit there and upload their videos of them beheading people, Christians. So I guess you must hate Christians, and you definitely hate straight people, and you hate anyone who considers them a conservative. Which I mean, I'm not a Christian. I'm somewhat conservative in some values, but I do believe in the rule of law and justice. I may be pagan, but guess what? My God that I adhere to is Tyr, God of justice, courageous war, and honor. And that's one thing that's definitely missing in this country right now is a lot of honor and justice.
She's
DOJ.
one of the folks, one of the young women that the New York Times caught up with. What is she doing? Midnight in Grand Rapids, Michigan. A conveyor belt carrying bags of Cheerios past a cluster of young workers. Carolina, every 10 seconds, has to stuff a sealed plastic bag of cereal into a passing yellow carton is dangerous work. Fast-moving pulleys and gears that had torn off fingers.
Damn.
And ripped open a woman's scalp.
Oh.
The factory was full of underage workers like Carolina who crossed the southern border by themselves, vulnerable, now spending late nights bent over hazardous machinery in violation of child labor laws. Carolina says, sometimes I get tired and feel sick. Her stomach often hurt. She was unsure if that was because of the lack of sleep, the stress from the incessant roar of the machines, or the worries she had for herself and her family.
I would say all of the above.
This is totally, utterly, completely unacceptable. And I am sick unto death.
And that's in Michigan. Is it ironic and weird that Michigan, which is also a state where China actually bought a lot of land for their shell companies, which rural Michiganders, whatever, weren't too happy about because they were lied to by their leadership. Which, if I were them, I would totally demand that they step down immediately, which they have that right. I find it a little kind of weird, right? I mean, is it a coincidence? I don't fucking think so. Come on now. China being one of the countries that has the biggest slave labor minus Africa, which, I mean, you don't believe me. Look at Congo and, blood diamonds and shit. But yeah, it's kind of ironic. It's, it's not a coincidence.
Of this administration coming before this Congress and saying, it's not our fault. We have nothing to do with it. We don't know where they are. The kids are fine. Somebody will do it. Somebody will get around to it.
Bullshit.
Ridiculous.
Let's
look at some of the things
exactly fucking ridiculous.
We've learned about what's going on over at HHS that Secretary Becerra.
Go ahead and flag my videos for curse words, but yet you'll allow violence of beheading of Christians.
At least 5 Health and Human Services staff members said that they were pushed out after raising concerns about child safety. This is all from the New York Times, by the way. Mr. Becerra told the Office of Refugee Resettlement Director that if she could not increase the number of discharges of children, he'd find somebody who would. Next, 20% of kids have to be released every week or you get dinged. It's a conveyor belt of children being forced through the system. And what's the priority of HHS? Just get them out as fast as we can. They go to factories. They go to slave labor. I've written to the FBI and asked the FBI, where are the 80,000 plus children this administration's lost? They don't know. I've said it's your responsibility to go.
Some of them are dead.
Direct violation of child labor laws.
They know where they are.
Anything. Nobody's doing anything.
They know that.
It's outrageous.
Look, they know where they are. Just like how they had all the documentation on Biden. They know where they are. And if they don't, this is more proof on why the FBI needs to be abolished. They're not a legitimate agency. They literally only run because they keep getting funding by our government. And I think it's about time that our government says, nope, you're done. You're not doing your job. You're literally incompetent, and you've proven time and time that you're incompetent, just like the ATF.
It's absolutely outrageous. And the fact that the administration won't come and sit there and answer questions to this committee is absurd.
Because they don't want to be held in contempt for lying.
They don't want to answer questions. They don't want to be responsible. They don't want to take responsibility for this. So let the record reflect.
Which is what a leader does. They take responsibility.
This administration has let tens of thousands of children be sold into slavery, and they are doing nothing about it. And I hope, Mr. Chairman, I'm glad you said that we be holding additional hearings. We need to have additional hearings. There need to be administration witnesses there, and we need to figure out what in the world is going on and who's to be held accountable for this. Because I tell you what's not an acceptable answer.
Biden,
it's not acceptable.
Mayorkas, Harris, everyone in the Biden administration.
The kids
they're all being paid out. Go on.
The kids are in slavery. The kids are being exploited. And it should not happen in the United States of America.
It shouldn't be happening anywhere.
Senator Blumenthal.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Thanks for.
I find it funny. They're all women. Hang on. Look. All women. Shouldn't, considering, they're women, and women are supposed to be, maternal and, caring and all that kind of stuff, right? Where is their maternity? Where is their care? Where is their love and all of that, right? They don't care. They're getting paid. They're getting money. They don't give a shit. Every single one of these people right here should be held accountable. And I'm not just talking about them. Mayorkas, Harris, Biden. It is about damn time that they are held accountable and thrown in prison. Period. But that's it for this video. Like, share, subscribe. Stay free, America. Love you guys.